Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you all the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. Please make sure to keep subscribing to the channel and like the videos. Let's dive into the latest news I have for you today. So, I've just learned, like all draft night, there's always someone that, steals a player before another team, and that team was aiming to pick that person. And then the team has to scramble and look for another player that can fit their scheme, and they think they can build into a star. So one such instance, and it's just mind-boggling to me this happened, but it came out that the teams knew the Ravens were going to need a kicker way before the draft. There was some speculation around it, and that there was obviously the Ravens released Justin Tucker, and it was okay, now we confirmed that they did need a kicker. That's what their route was going to be for this draft. So the Patriots selected Miami kicker, I'm going to mispronounce his name, I'm sorry, Andreas Borregales at the 182nd pick, who's considered one of the better kickers in the draft. Their suspicions on the fact that the Ravens were going to pick a kicker that draft on that particular night were correct, because then the Ravens went with Tyler Loop on the 186th pick of the draft. This is a low ball move. I mean, kickers, mind you, great kickers are hard to come by. I will say, Justin Tucker was a great kicker. You have guys like before him, there was Billy Cundiff, who was good for the Ravens up until, kick against the Patriots. And then there was Matt Stover, and, Patriots had Adam Vinatieri. So I feel like this is just a low ball move by the Patriots, knowing that the Ravens were indeed in the market for a kicker this draft, and they decided to go with Andreas. Mind you, Tyler Loop will probably be a great kicker for the Ravens. But again, the intent to take a kicker right before the Ravens were going to, it's just a low ball move. Mind you, kickers, I hate to say this, kickers are not as, while it's still important to as a member of the team, they, at least for the Patriots, shouldn't have been a huge priority to just do that. Patriots are in a rebuild, as they have been since Tom Brady left, since Bill Belichick retired, and they finally have a quarterback that could be productive in Drake May. But to do this type of thing, it's just, why? Just why? You know what? I don't know. But either way, teams do it all the time to each other on draft night, where they steal a player that a team had wanted, and then the team has to scramble. But you know what? It's fine. Whatever. We got Loop. We have Loop and Hoyland having a kicking competition during training camp. So looking forward to that. Moving on. I've also learned that the PFN has Ravens taking a wide receiver in the 2026 draft. They have the Ravens picking a wide receiver in at the 28th pick of the first round. This means we are losing the AFC divisional round, according to PFN, again. Unbelievable. Anyway, the Ravens will apparently be selecting Clemson's Antonio Williams at the 28th pick of the draft to replace DeAndre Hopkins. Mind-boggling to me that the teams that media outlets are already deciding that the Ravens are going to be a divisional round exit again, especially after the overhaul that they have done on defense, bringing in D-Hop and everything, and they just assume that the Ravens are going to lose in the divisional round again to whoever it is, Bills, Chiefs, whoever it is that they face. I just, fine, whatever. And it's always a wide receiver. Everyone said, you can never go wrong with another wide receiver. But again, it's always a wide receiver for the Ravens for the first round. Someone says, oh, this will definitely be a good fit for the Ravens, versus where they needed help on defense, and that's what they did. They overhauled the defense, especially in the trenches and with Malachi Starks. Again, don't get why people are just assuming that we're gonna be a 20th. We're gonna have the 28th pick, and that we're gonna be a divisional round exit. We're gonna be the 32nd pick. Calling it right now. We're gonna be 32nd pick. They should start looking at it like we are going to win the Super Bowl because we are the best team on paper. Even more so than what MGM, the betting site, has the Ravens as 1.5 underdogs for the Week 1 Bills matchup. Mind you, I get this. Ravens lost to the Bills in the divisional round matchup last season. A heartbreaker, man. But the Ravens this year are different. They don't have newer assets on the team like Derrick Henry had been last season, and a new offensive scheme that they needed to adapt to. I feel like this Ravens offense is going to hit the ground running a lot faster than it did at the beginning of the season. Now, I see the defense trying to make some adjustments here where they need to kind of feel out the chemistry. But also the Bills, while they were 3-0 last season to start out, they were slow. I feel like the Ravens are going to be the winners in this Week 1 matchup, even if it is in enemy territory. I feel like the Ravens are just going to want their get back so badly, and that there's going to be a lot more on the line personally for them in that Week 1 matchup. But again, I feel like that they just want to get to the playoffs and just get back to where they should have been in that AFC Championship against the Chiefs. And obviously the Chiefs would have had the refs on their side, and the Chiefs would have won anyway. But still, I feel like the Ravens have a lot more of a chip on their shoulder this time around, and they will be the winners of that Week 1 matchup, regardless of their underdog status, even if it is plus 1.5. But anyway. Also, lastly, so Sports Illustrated has been a very vocal critic of the Ravens, and now they're switching their stance where, they think that the Ravens have the best defense in the league. Make up your minds, people. The Ravens do have the best defense in the league. On paper, they do. Like I've said in previous videos, they've had the best defense in the league on paper. And then they've said they should trade Mark Andrews. They should watch out for the Lamar contract, like the Lamar's been asking for too much. It's like, make up your mind and choose a side. Whether you're against the Ravens or you're with the Ravens, pick one and stick with it. I am always 100% with the Ravens, no matter what. I am a fan, and I have been a fan, and just pick a side. If you're against the Ravens, fine, I'll critique you. But if you're with the Ravens, it's still going to be critiqued anyway, because at some point people are wrong about some things, in my opinion. But it's my opinion against theirs. But they just keep flip-flopping back and forth between critiquing the Ravens on, offense and defense, and then now they're saying that the Ravens have one of the best defenses in the NFL. So just pick one and stick with it, please. Thank you for tuning into Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Again, please make sure to keep subscribing to the channel, like the videos. I will keep you updated on anything and all things Ravens. Have a good one, everyone.